Episode of the Leadership Dr. SB, where we don't just talk about leadership, we diagnose it, treat it, and transform it. Now today, I need you to lean in a little closer for this one, because this isn't just about leadership. This is about legacy, building teams that crush it without crushing people. Let me ask you something. Who is your leadership making better? Not just your numbers, not just your reports, but your people. Because one day, your titles will fade, your metrics will be replaced, but the way you made people feel, the way you developed them, the way you either lifted them or broke them, that will follow you longer than any success you have ever achieved. Pause right there and think. Because leadership is not just about what you produce, it's about what you leave behind in people. What good is a high-performing team if the people on it are breaking down? What good is hitting every target but losing your people in the process? Too many organizations are celebrating outcomes while silently bleeding culture. Deadlines are met but dignity is lost. KPIs are exceeded but people are exhausted, disengaged, disconnected, and sometimes even disgusted. And if we're honest today, some leaders wear burnout like a badge of honor. I know they're tired. We must be working hard. No, that's not excellence. That's misalignment dressed up as ambition. Some of us learned leadership in environments that were harsh, where pressure was constant, where rest was weakness, where success came at the cost of self. And without even realizing it, we recreate what we survived. But hear me clearly today. Just because it worked on you doesn't mean it was right for you. And it definitely doesn't mean it should be passed on. You are not called to repeat broken systems. You are called to redeem them. Most leaders were never taught how to balance performance and people. So they default to extremes. The results-only leader that's driven, relentless, disconnected from the human cost. The people-only leader, kind, supportive, but avoids accountability. But transformational leaders, they live in the tension. They understand you don't have to choose between high performance and dignity. Let's elevate this idea of crushing it. Because the world celebrates intensity, but wisdom builds sustainability. A team that truly crushes it is not just hitting goals. They're becoming something greater together. They walk into rooms with confidence. They solve problems with clarity. They support each other without competition. And they leave the work still whole, still human, and still inspired. Now that's power. Let me give you the shifts for leadership. Shift 1, moving from pressure to purpose. Pressure makes people move, but purpose makes people commit. Shift 2, from control to clarity. Control creates tension, but clarity creates trust. Shift 3, from extraction to investment. Stop asking, what can I get from people? Start asking, what can I build in people? Because when people grow, performance follows. Let me slow this down. Behind every high-performing team are real people. People carrying things you cannot see. Stress, doubt, family pressure, silent battles, and they're still showing up, still producing, still pushing, but you would never know it because all you measure is output. Let me tell you something. I once saw a team on paper, elite, top performers, consistent results. But when I looked closer, nobody laughed, nobody spoke up, Nobody stayed after the meetings. And one person said, "We're succeeding, but we're not okay." That's the part we miss. When people feel crushed, they don't always leave. Sometimes they stay, but they shrink. They stop thinking. They stop contributing. They stop believing. And now, you don't have a high-performing team. You have a compliant one. Take a moment and think today. Who on your team is silently struggling? Who is performing but not okay? Who needs your leadership, not your pressure? Because if you can see them, you can restore them. What if leadership was about restoring people? Restoring confidence, restoring belief, restoring purpose. Because many people don't need more pressure. They need someone who sees them. It takes courage to lead like this. Because the world rewards results, even broken ones. But the real leader says, we will win, but the right way. We will perform, but not destroy people. That's not soft. That's strength with soul. The way you lead follows people home, into their families, into their identity, into their future. Leadership is not just organizational, it's generational. You don't just manage tasks, you steward people. You don't just drive results, you shape lives. And when you understand that, leadership becomes sacred. Let me be clear. You cannot call it success if your people are suffering to sustain it. That's not leadership. That's exploitation with a title. Great leaders check on people, not just progress. Create safety, not fear. Hold accountability with humanity. Build confidence, not just capacity. They don't just produce results. They produce people who rise to become leaders themselves. Now, let's make it official today. Let me give you the leadership diagnosis. The diagnosis is performance-driven leadership imbalance disorder. The symptoms are burnout, disengagement, fear-based accountability, high turnover, exhausted success. If untreated, the culture collapses, the trust erodes, and ultimately, people leave. Now, I wouldn't be the leadership Dr. SB without giving you the prescription. So the prescription today is the 3R leadership protocol. Number 1, reset expectations weekly. Align priorities. Reduce unnecessary pressure. Number 2, reconnect with people daily. See them. Ask real questions. Lead with presence. Number 3, reinforce humanity publicly. Celebrate growth. Honor effort. Recognize people, not just their results. Let me leave you with this. Years from now, nobody will remember every deadline that you hit. But someone will remember you believed in me. You pushed me, but didn't break me. You helped me become more than I thought I could be. That's leadership. That's legacy. So don't just build teams that win. Build teams that rise. Don't just drive performance. Develop people. Don't just lead for results. Lead for restoration. Thank you for joining me today. I'm the Leadership Dr. SB. I hope that you're enjoying this journey with me, and thank you for committing to the journey thus far. If you haven't already, please subscribe, continue to share with friends and colleagues, and tell the people about the Leadership Dr. SB. Also, don't forget about the leadership course, Connect to Lead. Information is coming after this episode is over, so please join me in that endeavor. And again, if you ever want to connect, feel free to email me at theleadershipdrsb@gmail.com. Again, theleadershipdrsb@gmail.com. The email address and the link to the Connect to Lead course will be in the description. Please connect with me, engage, and I challenge you today to build people, not just progress. Until next time, be well. Let me ask you something. Why do talented teams still struggle? Why do capable leaders still deal with miscommunication, tension, and disengagement? It's not a lack of knowledge. It's not a lack of effort. It's a lack of connection. Because when people don't feel understood, they disengage. When they don't feel valued, they disconnect. And when that happens, performance suffers. At the Leadership Dr. SB, we call this the relationship gap. And it's the reason so many leaders fall short, not because they can't lead, but because they've never been taught how to truly connect. That's why, on my birthday, April the 15th, we are launching a new leadership experience called Connect to Lead. It's a course designed to help you build trust faster, communicate with clarity and impact, strengthen your alignment across your team, and lead in a way people actually respond to. Because the truth is simple. You don't lead first, you connect first. Now, this season is a powerful one. Alongside the course, I've also released 2 new books, each one designed to develop a different dimension of leadership and personal growth. The Posture of Leadership will be available on April the 15th on Amazon and Barnes & Nobles. Focuses on how you show up as a leader, your mindset, your presence, and your consistency. And for women navigating faith, resilience in real life, I've released 365 Days of Grace and Grit that is also available now on Amazon and Barnes & Nobles. It's a devotional guide designed to strengthen your spirit day by day. These are 3 distinct resources, one to shape your inner posture, one to strengthen your daily resilience, and one to transform how you connect and lead with others. Thank you for your support thus far. Again, I'm the Leadership Dr. SB, and if you're ready to elevate how you lead, transform how you connect, and close gaps that's been holding you back, get ready, because April the 15th is upon us and Connect to Lead is coming. Subscribe, stay connected, and I'll see you soon. Be well.